Welcome to your July warning horoscope. Before we begin, take a moment to clear your mind and ask yourself one simple question. What if one decision this month could change everything? July is not an ordinary month. The energy surrounding this period carries strong messages of change, hidden opportunities, and important lessons. Some zodiac signs will experience unexpected breakthroughs, while others may face situations that test their patience, emotions, and confidence. This is not a month to ignore the signs around you. Sometimes life whispers before it shouts. A small conversation, a delayed plan, a chance encounter, or even an unexpected ending may become the beginning of something much greater. The universe often works in quiet ways, revealing answers only to those who are paying attention. Throughout July, every zodiac sign will receive its own unique message. Some warnings are about relationships. Others involve money, career, family, or personal growth. The purpose is not to create fear, but to help you recognize opportunities before they appear and avoid mistakes before they happen. If you've been feeling like something is about to change, you're probably right. This month carries powerful turning points, especially during the middle and final weeks of July. Decisions made during this time may influence the rest of your summer. As you listen, remember that astrology is a guide, not a rulebook. Your choices, your attitude, and your actions will always have the greatest influence on your future. Think of these messages as gentle guidance, helping you navigate the road ahead with greater awareness. Some predictions may immediately resonate with your current situation. Others may not make sense today but could become clear in the coming days. Keep an open mind and trust your intuition. If your zodiac sign appears later in the video, stay until the end. Sometimes the messages intended for another sign can also offer valuable insight, especially if you know the zodiac signs of your partner, family members, or close friends. Now, take a deep breath, focus on your zodiac sign, and let's discover what July has prepared for you. Let's begin with Aries. Aries, July begins with a powerful message. Slow down before making your next big move. Your natural instinct is to act quickly, solve problems immediately, and keep moving forward. That determination is one of your greatest strengths. But during July, it can also become your biggest weakness if you ignore the details. The first days of the month may feel unusually busy. New ideas will arrive quickly. Opportunities may appear from unexpected directions, and people around you could encourage you to make fast decisions. While some of these opportunities are genuine, not all of them deserve your energy. This is your first warning. Not every open door leads to the right destination. Someone may promise more than they can deliver, or a situation may look much better on the surface than it truly is. Before committing your time, money, or emotions, take one extra day to think. That single day could save you from weeks of frustration. Financially, July encourages discipline. You may feel tempted to make an expensive purchase or invest in something that seems exciting. Ask yourself whether it's driven by necessity or emotion. The second half of the month brings stronger financial stability, but only if you avoid impulsive spending during the beginning of July. Career matters also become more active. If you've been waiting for recognition, a new project, or an important conversation with a manager, this month brings positive movement. However, success will come through consistency rather than speed. Quiet, focused work will speak louder than trying to impress everyone around you. Some Aries may receive unexpected news connected to work. First, it may seem disappointing, but don't judge the situation too quickly. What appears to be a setback could actually redirect you toward a better opportunity before the month ends. In relationships, communication becomes your greatest challenge. If you're in a relationship, small misunderstandings can grow into larger disagreements simply because neither person wants to admit they're hurt. This month asks you to replace pride with honesty. Sometimes saying, "I understand how you feel," is far more powerful than trying to prove you're right. If you're single, someone interesting may enter your life through work, mutual friends, or even an unexpected online conversation. Don't rush to define the connection. Allow trust to grow naturally instead of forcing the future to happen immediately. Family matters may also require your attention. Someone close to you could be carrying a burden they haven't shared. A simple conversation or small act of kindness may strengthen an important relationship more than you realize. Emotionally, July teaches patience. There may be moments when you feel like progress is happening too slowly. Resist the temptation to give up or change direction every time results don't appear instantly. Remember this: a tree grows underground long before anyone sees its branches. Your efforts are building something important, even if the results remain invisible for now. Pay special attention around the middle of July. An unexpected message, invitation, or phone call could open a new path that wasn't available before. Stay flexible because the opportunity may not arrive in the form you expect. Health also deserves attention. Stress has a way of hiding behind productivity. Even if you're accomplishing many things, your body still needs proper rest. Better sleep, regular movement, and short breaks will increase your energy far more than endless work. By the final week of July, you'll begin to understand why some earlier delays happened. Pieces that once seemed disconnected will start fitting together. What once felt like an obstacle may reveal itself as protection. Your final warning for July is simple: don't let impatience make decisions that wisdom should make. The strongest version of Aries isn't the one who moves the fastest. It's the one who knows exactly when to move. Trust your instincts, but verify the facts. Stay confident, stay focused, and let July reveal the opportunities that truly belong to you. Taurus, July arrives with a quiet but powerful message. Don't mistake comfort for security. You naturally value stability. You prefer to build your life step by step, creating strong foundations before taking risks. This month, however, the universe asks you to examine whether the routines you've become comfortable with are still helping you grow, or quietly holding you back. The beginning of July may feel calm on the surface, but beneath that calm, important changes are already taking shape. A conversation, an unexpected invitation, or a new responsibility could shift your priorities sooner than you expect. Your first warning is simple: don't ignore opportunities just because they require change. Something unfamiliar may initially feel uncomfortable, yet it could become one of the best decisions you make this year. Growth rarely arrives wrapped in certainty. Financially, July rewards patience and careful planning. If you've been considering a large purchase or investment, take time to compare your options instead of acting on impulse. Someone may try to pressure you into making a quick decision. Remember that real opportunities remain valuable even after you've had time to think. For many Taurus natives, the middle of the month brings positive financial news. It could be an increase in income, a new client, a successful business idea, or simply a better understanding of how to manage your resources more effectively. Career energy grows stronger as the month progresses. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed, even if it has felt that way recently. Someone in a position of influence may begin recognizing your reliability and dedication. Stay consistent. Avoid office drama and focus on producing quality work. Your reputation will become one of your greatest strengths. If you're searching for a new job, don't become discouraged by early delays. The final weeks of July may present an opportunity that matches your skills far better than the ones you've already considered. Love requires honesty this month. If you're in a relationship, small issues that have been quietly ignored may finally demand attention. Don't see these conversations as problems. They're opportunities to build a stronger foundation together. Listening with empathy will accomplish far more than trying to win an argument. If you're single, someone may enter your life unexpectedly. This connection won't begin with dramatic romance, but with mutual respect and meaningful conversations. Sometimes the strongest relationships grow slowly, and July reminds you that lasting love is built on trust rather than excitement alone. Family matters may also require your presence. Someone close to you could need advice, encouragement, or simply a patient listener. Your calm nature has the ability to bring peace to situations that feel overwhelming for others. Emotionally, this month teaches flexibility. You may discover that not everything can be controlled, and that's perfectly okay. Instead of resisting every unexpected change, ask yourself what lesson each situation is trying to teach you. Pay close attention during the third week of July. An important decision made during this period could influence the next several months. Don't rush. Gather information, trust your intuition, and allow yourself enough time to choose wisely. Health deserves attention as well. Long hours of work without proper rest can gradually reduce your energy. Small daily habits, better sleep, healthier meals, regular walks, and moments of relaxation will have a much greater impact than dramatic lifestyle changes. As July comes to an end, you'll begin seeing why patience has always been one of your greatest gifts. Some answers cannot be forced. They arrive exactly when you're ready to receive them. Your final warning for July is this: don't cling so tightly to what feels safe that you miss what could make your life better. Sometimes the greatest security comes from having the courage to grow. Trust yourself. Stay grounded. Your steady determination will carry you through every challenge July places in your path. And by the end of the month, you'll realize that every careful step has brought you closer to the future you've been quietly building. Gemini, July arrives with a message that could completely change the way you approach this month. Not every answer needs to come immediately. Your mind moves quickly. You enjoy exploring new ideas, meeting new people, and discovering opportunities wherever they appear. But throughout July, life asks you to slow your thoughts just enough to recognize the difference between distraction and destiny. The first week of the month may feel unusually unpredictable. Plans can change at the last minute. People may send mixed signals. You might even question whether you're heading in the right direction. Don't panic. Uncertainty does not always mean you're on the wrong path. Sometimes it's simply life creating space for something better. Your first warning is this: be careful who you trust with your personal plans. Not everyone who supports you publicly is cheering for you privately. Someone may ask many questions about your future, your finances, or your personal goals. You don't need to reveal everything. Silence can be one of your greatest forms of protection this month. Professionally, July offers exciting possibilities. A project you've almost forgotten about could suddenly become important again. Someone from your past may reconnect with an offer, an invitation, or an opportunity that deserves your attention. However, don't try to handle everything at once. Your greatest challenge this month won't be finding opportunities. It will be choosing the right ones. Focus on quality instead of quantity. Financially, July encourages smarter decisions rather than bigger risks. If you're considering signing contracts, starting a business, or making an important purchase, read every detail carefully. One overlooked sentence could make a significant difference later. The middle of July brings stronger financial energy. Extra income or an unexpected reward may arrive, but only if you've remained disciplined during the beginning of the month. Love takes an interesting turn. If you're in a relationship, communication becomes more meaningful than ever. Your partner may need reassurance more than advice. Sometimes simply listening without trying to solve every problem will strengthen your connection. If you're single, don't be surprised if someone enters your life through social media, work, or mutual friends. The attraction may feel immediate. Still, July reminds you not to confuse chemistry with compatibility. Give relationships enough time to reveal their true nature. Family relationships improve as long as you're willing to forgive old misunderstandings. Someone may apologize in their own quiet way. Don't ignore small gestures simply because they're not expressed with perfect words. Emotionally, July encourages self-confidence. You've spent too much time questioning whether you're making the right decisions. Trust yourself. You've learned far more from past mistakes than you realize. One lesson keeps repeating throughout this month. You don't have to prove your value to everyone. The people who truly belong in your life won't require endless explanations. Around the third week of July, expect surprising news. It may involve travel, education, career, or someone you've been thinking about recently. Stay open. What first appears as a simple conversation could become the beginning of an important new chapter. Health deserves attention as well. Your biggest challenge isn't physical strength. It's mental exhaustion. Too many thoughts, too many responsibilities, and too much screen time can quietly drain your energy. Give your mind permission to rest. Even a short walk or a few peaceful moments each day can completely change your mood. As July reaches its final days, clarity finally arrives. Questions that have followed you since the beginning of summer begin finding their answers. You'll realize that every delay had a purpose. Every unexpected change pushed you toward something more meaningful. Your final warning is this: don't chase every opportunity. Choose the ones that also choose you. The fastest road isn't always the right one. This month belongs to those who combine curiosity with patience. Trust your intelligence. Trust your instincts. And most importantly, trust that July is leading you exactly where you need to be, even if the path looks unfamiliar today. Cancer. July carries one of the most emotional messages of the entire zodiac. This is not a month that asks you to become someone else. It asks you to remember who you truly are. For a long time, you've been carrying responsibilities that many people never noticed. You've smiled when you felt exhausted, stayed strong when you wanted support, and continued moving forward even when your heart needed a moment to rest. July brings a turning point. The energy surrounding you begins to shift. But before new blessings arrive, life asks you to release the emotional weight you've been carrying. Your first warning is this: stop holding on to people who have already let go of you. Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or an old disappointment, July encourages emotional freedom. Not every chapter deserves another page. Sometimes healing begins the moment you stop looking back. During the first week of July, you may feel more sensitive than usual. Small words may affect you deeply. Old memories could suddenly return. Instead of fighting these emotions, allow yourself to understand them. Your intuition becomes incredibly strong this month. If something feels wrong, don't ignore that feeling. If someone seems dishonest, pay attention. Your inner voice will notice things long before your eyes do. Professionally, July brings quiet progress. Don't expect immediate recognition. Instead, focus on building something meaningful. Your consistency will eventually attract the attention of the right people. Someone may offer advice that completely changes your perspective. Listen carefully. Sometimes a single conversation becomes the beginning of an entirely new direction. Financially, caution remains important. Avoid emotional spending. Buying something expensive won't solve temporary stress. Instead, think about long-term security. A smart financial decision made during the middle of July could benefit you for the rest of the year. Love becomes one of the strongest themes this month. If you're in a relationship, honesty is essential. There may be conversations you've been avoiding because you feared conflict. July reminds you that silence often creates bigger problems than truth. Speak gently. Speak honestly. The right person will appreciate your vulnerability instead of judging it. If you're single, someone may unexpectedly enter your world. This connection may not begin with dramatic romance. Instead, it grows through kindness, trust, and meaningful conversations. Don't rush. The strongest relationships often begin quietly. Family matters also become important. An older relative or someone close to you may need your support. Your compassion becomes one of your greatest gifts this month. Never underestimate how much your presence alone can comfort another person. Emotionally, July teaches one powerful lesson. Protect your peace. Not every disagreement deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Choose calm instead of chaos. Choose healing instead of proving yourself right. Around the third week of July, an unexpected opportunity may appear. It could involve travel, education, a career change, or reconnecting with someone from your past. Before saying yes, ask yourself one question. Does this opportunity bring peace or only excitement? Peace lasts longer. Health also deserves your attention. Your emotional well-being directly affects your physical energy. Better sleep, proper hydration, healthier meals, and moments away from stress will make a noticeable difference. Give yourself permission to rest without feeling guilty. Rest is not weakness. It is preparation for everything that's coming next. As the month comes to an end, you'll notice something remarkable. The situations that once caused anxiety no longer control your emotions. You'll become stronger, calmer, and far more confident than you were at the beginning of July. Your final warning is simple. Don't let fear convince you to stay where you've already outgrown. You were never meant to remain in the same emotional place forever. July opens a new chapter. Walk into it with confidence. Leave behind what no longer serves your heart. Trust your intuition. Trust your journey. And remember, some of life's greatest blessings arrive only after we've found the courage to let go of what no longer belongs in our future. Leo, July enters your life with a powerful message. This is your month to shine, but only if you don't let your pride stand in your way. You are naturally confident, ambitious, and driven. People notice your presence before you even say a word. But during July, the universe reminds you that true strength isn't about always being the loudest person in the room. Sometimes the greatest power comes from knowing when to listen. The beginning of the month feels energetic. You'll notice new ideas, fresh motivation, and opportunities beginning to appear. Some of them may seem too good to be true. Others may arrive disguised as extra work or unexpected responsibility. Don't dismiss them too quickly. What feels like pressure today could become success tomorrow. Your first warning is this: not everyone who compliments you has good intentions. Someone around you may admire your success on the surface while quietly hoping you fail. This doesn't mean you should become suspicious of everyone. It simply means you should protect your plans until they're ready to become reality. Actions speak louder than announcements. Professionally, July is one of your strongest months. A leadership opportunity, promotion, new client, or important project may arrive when you least expect it. Your experience and confidence will help you stand out, but don't underestimate the importance of teamwork. People are more willing to support leaders who also know how to appreciate others. If you're looking for a new job or planning to launch a business, the second half of July brings stronger momentum. Be prepared. An opportunity may appear suddenly, leaving little time to decide. The preparation you do now will determine how ready you are when that moment arrives. Financially, July asks for balance. Money may flow in more easily than usual, but so will the temptation to spend it. Luxury is enjoyable, but security is priceless. Think about your future before making emotional purchases. Saving even a small amount now could become incredibly valuable later this year. Love brings important lessons. If you're in a relationship, your partner may simply want more of your time and attention. Sometimes love isn't expressed through expensive gifts. It's expressed through presence. Listen carefully. Notice the small things. A thoughtful conversation could strengthen your relationship more than any grand gesture. If you're single, someone with a calm and confident personality may catch your attention. This person won't chase you. Instead, they'll allow you to make the first move. Don't let pride stop you from expressing genuine interest. Some opportunities disappear because both people spend too much time waiting for the other to act. Family life becomes more peaceful as the month progresses. A misunderstanding that has existed for some time may finally find a solution. Forgiveness creates space for new memories. Emotionally, July challenges your patience. You enjoy quick results, but some goals require time. Don't mistake slow progress for failure. Every successful person spends far more time building than celebrating. Around the middle of July, expect unexpected news. A phone call, email, or invitation could completely change your plans. Stay flexible. Sometimes the best opportunities arrive without warning. Health deserves your attention as well. Your energy is naturally high, but constant activity without proper rest can slowly reduce your motivation. Protect your sleep. Drink enough water. Take breaks before your body forces you to. As July enters its final week, you'll begin seeing the rewards of your discipline. Projects move forward. Relationships improve. Confidence grows stronger. Most importantly, you'll recognize that your greatest competition was never other people. It was the doubt that occasionally whispered inside your own mind. Your final warning is this: don't allow your ego to make decisions that your heart already knows are wrong. Confidence opens doors. Arrogance closes them. Lead with courage. Speak with kindness. Celebrate your victories without forgetting the people who supported you along the way. July has the potential to become one of your most memorable months, but only if you remain humble enough to learn and bold enough to act. The spotlight is waiting. Step into it with wisdom, not just confidence. Virgo, July begins with a quiet message, but don't underestimate its importance. This month, the smallest decisions will create the biggest changes. You have always been someone who notices the details that others overlook. While many people rush through life, you prefer to think carefully before making a move. That quality becomes your greatest advantage during July. However, there is one habit you must be careful with. You spend so much time searching for the perfect moment that you sometimes miss the opportunity completely. Your first warning is simple. Perfection is not required. Progress is. The first week of July may bring situations that seem confusing at first. Plans could change unexpectedly. Someone may cancel an appointment, delay an answer, or suddenly change their mind. Don't take it personally. Not every delay is a rejection. Sometimes life is simply rearranging events in your favor. Professionally, this is a month of steady growth. People are beginning to notice your discipline, even if they don't always say it out loud. Your work ethic speaks for itself, and someone in a position of authority may soon recognize your efforts. If you've been thinking about changing jobs, asking for a promotion, or starting your own business, July offers encouraging signs. But don't wait for everything to feel perfect. Take the first step. The path becomes clearer once you begin walking. Financially, July encourages organization. Review your budget. Eliminate unnecessary expenses. Think about your long-term goals rather than short-term satisfaction. A small financial decision made now could create much greater stability by the end of the year. Around the middle of the month, an unexpected opportunity to earn extra income may appear. Stay alert. Sometimes the best opportunities don't arrive with a big announcement. They arrive quietly, disguised as ordinary conversations. Love carries an important lesson. If you're in a relationship, avoid overanalyzing every word your partner says. Not every silence means something is wrong. Not every disagreement means the relationship is failing. Sometimes people simply need space to process their own emotions. Trust becomes more valuable than constant reassurance. If you're single, July may introduce someone who challenges your usual expectations. This person may not fit the image you've imagined for yourself. Yet their honesty, kindness, and emotional maturity could surprise you. Give people the chance to show you who they truly are. Family relationships also improve. An older family member may offer advice that seems simple but carries deep wisdom. Listen carefully. Life often teaches through the experiences of those who walked the road before us. Emotionally, this month asks you to stop being so hard on yourself. You often judge yourself more harshly than anyone else ever would. Celebrate your progress. Recognize how far you've already come. Success isn't measured only by reaching the destination. It's also measured by refusing to give up during the journey. Around the third week of July, you may face an important choice. One option feels safe. The other feels uncertain but exciting. Take time to think. Don't let fear become the reason you reject an opportunity that could transform your future. Health becomes especially important this month. Stress has been quietly building for longer than you've admitted. Your body has been sending small signals. Don't ignore them. Better sleep, more water, healthier meals, a few minutes of exercise each day. Simple habits will create powerful results. By the final week of July, everything begins making sense. The delays, the uncertainty, the unanswered questions. You'll realize that life wasn't standing in your way. It was preparing you for something bigger. One conversation near the end of the month could completely change your perspective. Pay attention to unexpected invitations. Pay attention to people who genuinely believe in you. Most importantly, pay attention to your own intuition. Your final warning for July is this: stop waiting until you feel completely ready. No one ever does. The difference between people who succeed and people who only dream is that successful people eventually decide to begin. You already have the knowledge. You already have the ability. Now is the time to trust yourself. July isn't asking you to become perfect. It's asking you to become brave enough to take the next step. The future you've been working toward is closer than you think. Keep moving forward. Your patience, discipline, and quiet determination are about to be rewarded. Libra. July opens with a message that your heart has been waiting to hear. Stop trying to keep everyone happy while forgetting yourself. You are one of the most caring signs of the Zodiac. You naturally seek harmony, avoid unnecessary conflict, and often put the needs of others before your own. While these qualities make you a wonderful friend, partner, and colleague, July asks an important question. Who is taking care of you? For months, you've been balancing responsibilities, expectations, and emotions. You've tried to be the peacemaker in situations that weren't even your responsibility to fix. Now the universe is reminding you that protecting your own peace is not selfish. It is necessary. Your first warning this month is this: not every battle deserves your energy. There may be people around you who seem to thrive on drama, arguments, or negativity. Resist the temptation to get involved. Every minute you spend defending yourself against unnecessary criticism is a minute taken away from building the life you truly want. Choose peace over proving a point. Professionally, July brings momentum. You may receive recognition for work you've quietly been doing for a long time. A supervisor, client, or business partner could finally acknowledge your efforts. If you've been considering a career change, don't dismiss unexpected opportunities simply because they weren't part of your original plan. Sometimes life opens a better door after the one you expected remains closed. The middle of July is especially favorable for interviews, negotiations, presentations, and networking. Your natural charm becomes one of your greatest strengths. People are more willing to trust you because they sense your sincerity. Use that gift wisely. Financially, this month calls for balance. You've worked hard for your money, and it's perfectly fine to enjoy it. However, avoid spending simply to impress others. Luxury fades quickly, but financial security creates lasting peace of mind. A small investment in yourself, whether through learning a new skill, improving your workspace, or developing a personal project, could produce rewards long after July ends. Love becomes one of the most meaningful themes of the month. If you're in a relationship, honest conversations can strengthen the bond between you and your partner. There may be feelings that neither of you has expressed openly. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one in which you choose honesty. Your relationship doesn't need perfection. It needs trust. If you're single, someone may enter your life in a surprisingly natural way. Perhaps through work, mutual friends, travel, or even a casual conversation that wasn't supposed to become anything more. Don't judge too quickly. The person who brings you the greatest happiness may be very different from the person you imagined. Family relationships also improve. Someone who has seemed distant may finally reach out. Be willing to forgive if your heart tells you it's safe to do so. Not every broken connection is meant to stay broken. Emotionally, July teaches you the value of boundaries. For too long, you've been saying yes when your heart wanted to say no. This month changes that. Every healthy boundary you create becomes an act of self-respect. Don't feel guilty for protecting your time, your energy, or your emotional well-being. Around the third week of July, an unexpected decision may completely change your direction. It could involve travel, education, a business opportunity, or a relationship. Don't rush your answer. Listen to both your heart and your intuition. One gives you hope. The other gives you wisdom. Health also deserves attention. Mental stress has a habit of appearing physically if ignored for too long. Prioritize rest, healthy routines, and moments of silence. Even a few peaceful minutes each day can restore more energy than hours of constant activity. As July moves toward its final days, you'll notice something remarkable. The situations that once caused anxiety begin losing their power over you. You'll feel lighter, more confident, more certain about who belongs in your life and who doesn't. Your final warning is this: don't lose yourself trying to become the person everyone else expects. The people who truly love you will never ask you to sacrifice your happiness to earn their approval. Your kindness is a gift. Your balance is a strength. But your greatest power is learning that you can care deeply for others without forgetting to care for yourself. July isn't just changing your circumstances. It's changing the way you see your own worth. And once that changes, everything else begins to change with it. Scorpio, July arrives with a powerful message. This month, the truth will always find its way to you. You are one of the most intuitive signs of the Zodiac. You notice what others overlook, sense what others ignore, and often understand people's true intentions long before they reveal themselves. During July, that gift becomes even stronger. Pay attention to small details. A conversation, a message, or even someone's unusual behavior may reveal something important that changes your perspective completely. Your first warning is this: don't ignore your intuition just because the facts aren't visible yet. If something feels wrong, investigate it. If something feels right, don't let fear stop you. Your instincts are sharper than ever this month. Professionally, July brings transformation. You may finally realize that you've outgrown your current situation. A promotion, a new business opportunity, or an unexpected career offer could appear when you least expect it. Don't fear change. Sometimes the universe removes you from one place only to guide you towards something far greater. If you're building your own business, this is an excellent month to make long-term decisions. Focus on quality. Focus on consistency. The effort you invest now will continue rewarding you long after July has ended. Financially, caution is important. Avoid lending money without clear agreements. Someone may make promises they cannot keep. At the same time, an unexpected financial opportunity could appear during the second half of the month. Read every detail carefully before making a commitment. Patience will protect both your money and your peace of mind. Love becomes deeply emotional. If you're in a relationship, honesty will strengthen your bond. You've been carrying thoughts and feelings that you've kept hidden for too long. This month encourages open communication. The right person won't judge your vulnerability. They'll appreciate your honesty. If you're single, someone mysterious may enter your life. The attraction could be immediate. However, don't confuse mystery with compatibility. Take your time. Allow trust to grow naturally before making promises about the future. Family relationships require patience. Someone close to you may be dealing with challenges they haven't shared. Your calm presence could mean more to them than any advice you offer. Sometimes simply listening becomes the greatest act of love. Emotionally, July teaches one unforgettable lesson. You cannot control everything, and you don't have to. Stop carrying responsibilities that belong to other people. Release old disappointments. Forgive yourself for mistakes you've already learned from. The past has already taught its lesson. There's no need to relive it every day. Around the third week of July, expect an important revelation. A hidden truth, an unexpected message, or a surprising opportunity may completely change your plans. Don't react too quickly. Observe first. Act second. Your patience will become your greatest strength. Health also deserves attention. Stress has been building quietly beneath the surface. Even if you appear calm, your body may be asking for rest. Protect your sleep. Stay active. Spend time away from constant pressure whenever possible. By the final week of July, everything begins making sense. Questions that once seemed impossible to answer suddenly become clear. You'll realize that delays were actually protecting you. Closed doors were redirecting you. And unexpected endings were creating space for better beginnings. Your final warning for July is this: don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. You are stronger than your fears, wiser than your doubts, and far more prepared than you realize. Trust your intuition. Trust your experience. Walk confidently into the future, because July isn't taking something away from you. It's revealing the life that has been waiting for you all along. Sagittarius, July arrives with one clear message. Freedom without direction can become distraction. You are one of the Zodiac's greatest explorers. You love discovering new places, meeting new people, and chasing experiences that make life exciting. But this month, the universe asks you to focus your energy instead of scattering it in too many directions. July is not about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters. The beginning of the month may feel unusually busy. Invitations, opportunities, and unexpected changes could appear almost every week. At first, this may feel exciting. However, trying to say yes to everything could leave you exhausted before the month is even halfway over. Your first warning is this: learn to recognize the difference between opportunity and distraction. Every opportunity looks attractive in the beginning. Only a few will still matter 6 months from now. Choose wisely. Career matters begin gaining momentum during the second week of July. A new responsibility, promotion, business partnership, or unexpected project could arrive when you least expect it. Don't be afraid of greater responsibility. You've spent years developing skills that are finally ready to be recognized. If you're searching for work, don't become discouraged if early interviews don't produce immediate results. Sometimes the opportunity that changes your life arrives after you've almost given up looking. Financially, July encourages discipline. Money may come and go more quickly than usual. Unexpected expenses could appear without warning. This doesn't mean financial trouble is ahead. It simply means preparation becomes your greatest advantage. Avoid emotional purchases. Spend with purpose. Save whenever possible. By the end of the month, you'll be grateful you did. Love becomes more meaningful than exciting. If you're in a relationship, your partner may simply want reassurance that they're still one of your priorities. Your busy schedule may unintentionally make them feel overlooked. Remember, the greatest gift you can give someone is your full attention. If you're single, someone may enter your life through travel, education, work, or mutual friends. The connection may begin with friendship before growing into something much deeper. Don't rush to define everything immediately. Some relationships need time before revealing their true potential. Family matters also improve. A misunderstanding that has existed for weeks, or even months, may finally find resolution. Sometimes healing begins with one honest conversation. Emotionally, July teaches patience. You naturally enjoy moving toward the next adventure. But this month asks you to appreciate where you already are. Not every season of life requires constant movement. Some seasons exist to help you grow stronger before the next journey begins. Around the third week of July, an unexpected phone call, email, or invitation could completely change your plans. Stay flexible. The opportunity may not arrive in the form you've imagined. Health deserves attention as well. Your energy is usually strong, but constant activity without proper rest can slowly reduce both your motivation and your focus. Protect your sleep. Stay active. Drink enough water. Simple daily habits will keep your energy high throughout the month. As July reaches its final days, you'll notice that life feels more organized than it did at the beginning. Questions begin finding answers. Delayed plans begin moving again. The uncertainty you've been carrying slowly disappears. Most importantly, you'll realize that success isn't measured by how many opportunities you chase. It's measured by how many meaningful opportunities you actually build. Your final warning for July is this: don't allow temporary excitement to distract you from permanent goals. Your future deserves your full attention. Trust your instincts. Believe in your abilities. And when the right opportunity appears, don't hesitate. Take the leap. July is preparing you for a future much bigger than the one you've imagined. Capricorn, July begins with a message that perfectly matches your nature. Success is closer than you think. But this is not the time to become comfortable. You have spent months, perhaps even years, working toward goals that many people never fully understood. While others looked for shortcuts, you chose discipline, patience, and consistency. There were moments when you questioned whether your efforts would ever pay off. July begins to answer that question. The universe has been watching your persistence, and now the results of your hard work are starting to appear. But before the rewards arrive, one important lesson must be learned. Your first warning is this: don't confuse being busy with making progress. You may find yourself surrounded by responsibilities this month. Meetings, deadlines, family obligations, and unexpected requests for help could consume your schedule. Not everything deserves your attention. Learn to separate what is urgent from what is truly important. Professionally, July has the potential to become one of your strongest months this year. Someone in a position of authority may finally recognize your dedication. A promotion, salary increase, leadership opportunity, or successful business deal could appear unexpectedly. Don't underestimate yourself. You've earned more respect than you realize. If you're building your own business, this month encourages long-term planning instead of chasing quick results. The strongest foundations are built one careful step at a time. Financially, July rewards discipline. Your careful approach to money begins producing visible results. However, don't let increased income become an excuse for unnecessary spending. Think beyond today. The decisions you make now could influence your financial stability for the rest of the year. An unexpected expense may arise during the middle of July. Don't panic. You've prepared yourself better than you think. Love asks for something different from you this month. If you're in a relationship, your partner may not need solutions. They may simply need your time. You've been so focused on responsibilities that you've forgotten how valuable simple moments together can be. Put the phone away. Take a walk. Share a meal. Sometimes love grows stronger through ordinary moments rather than extraordinary ones. If you're single, someone may quietly enter your life through work, business, or mutual friends. This person may seem very different from your usual type. Don't judge too quickly. The people who bring lasting happiness often arrive in unexpected ways. Family relationships improve during the second half of July. Someone may finally express appreciation for everything you've done. Even if they never say the exact words you've been hoping to hear, their actions will speak clearly. Emotionally, July teaches balance. You've become so accustomed to carrying responsibility that you've forgotten it's okay to ask for help. Strength isn't measured by how much you carry alone. It's measured by knowing when to share the weight. Around the third week of July, a surprising opportunity may appear. It could involve travel, education, investing, or expanding your career. Take time to evaluate every detail. This opportunity has the potential to create lasting change. Health becomes an important reminder this month. Long working hours, lack of rest, and accumulated stress can quietly affect your body. Your ambition is impressive, but even the strongest engine needs regular maintenance. Protect your sleep. Move your body. Give yourself permission to rest without feeling guilty. As July enters its final days, you'll notice something remarkable. The uncertainty that followed you earlier this year begins disappearing. Your confidence grows stronger. Your direction becomes clearer. You'll finally recognize that every delay served a purpose. Every obstacle taught a lesson. Every disappointment prepared you for something greater. Your final warning for July is this: don't let fear of failure prevent you from accepting success. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't the challenge itself. It's believing you're truly ready for the opportunity you've worked so hard to create. You are ready. Trust your experience. Trust your discipline. Keep building. Keep believing. July is not the finish line. It's the beginning of the next level of your journey. And this time, you're walking into it stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever before. Aquarius, July begins with a message that may completely change the way you see the weeks ahead. The future you've been imagining is closer than you realize. But first, you must let go of what no longer belongs in your life. You have always seen the world differently. While others focus on what already exists, you naturally think about what could exist tomorrow. Your creativity, originality, and independent spirit are your greatest strengths. But during July, those same strengths can become distractions if you constantly jump from one idea to another without finishing what you've already started. This month asks you for one thing above all else: focus. Your first warning is this: not every new beginning requires you to abandon the old one. You may be tempted to change jobs, start a new project, move to a different place, or completely reinvent your routine. Change can be healthy, but don't make life-changing decisions simply because you're feeling temporarily restless. Take time to understand whether you're running toward something meaningful or simply running away from boredom. Professionally, July brings exciting possibilities. A conversation you've almost forgotten about may suddenly become important again. Someone from your past could reconnect with a proposal, business opportunity, or collaboration. Don't ignore old connections. Sometimes the opportunity you've been waiting for has been quietly waiting for you as well. If you're employed, expect increased responsibility during the second half of the month. At first, it may feel overwhelming. Later, you'll realize it was actually a sign that people trust your abilities. Financially, July encourages smarter planning. Money may arrive through unexpected channels. Freelance work, bonuses, side projects, or forgotten payments could improve your financial situation. However, avoid making risky investments without doing proper research. Someone may promise quick profits. Remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Love becomes deeply emotional this month. If you're in a relationship, your partner may be waiting for you to become more emotionally present. You've been solving problems with logic while they simply wanted understanding. Sometimes listening creates stronger connections than giving advice. If you're single, July could introduce someone who completely changes your expectations. This person may enter your life unexpectedly through work, travel, friends, or even an ordinary daily situation. Don't judge the connection too quickly. The relationships that change our lives often begin when we least expect them. Family matters become calmer as the month progresses. Someone you've disagreed with may finally be ready to rebuild trust. Be open to forgiveness, but don't ignore the lessons you've already learned. Forgiveness doesn't require forgetting. Emotionally, July becomes a month of self-discovery. You've spent too much time wondering whether other people understand you. Now it's time to ask a different question. Do you fully understand yourself? The answer may surprise you. Around the third week of July, an unexpected message or invitation could completely shift your plans. It may involve travel, education, business, or personal growth. Don't dismiss opportunities simply because they weren't part of your original plan. Sometimes life writes better stories than we ever could. Health deserves attention as well. Your greatest challenge isn't physical energy. It's mental overload. Too many ideas. Too many responsibilities. Too many unfinished thoughts. Slow your mind whenever possible. A clear mind makes better decisions than a busy one. As July approaches its end, clarity begins replacing uncertainty. Questions you've carried for months finally receive answers. You'll notice yourself becoming calmer, more confident, and far less concerned with pleasing everyone around you. Your final warning for July is this: don't be afraid to outgrow the version of yourself that once felt comfortable. Growth always requires change. Change always requires courage. And courage has never been something you lacked. Trust your vision. Trust your instincts. Keep moving forward, even if the path ahead looks unfamiliar. By the end of July, you'll realize that what once seemed like uncertainty was actually the beginning of your next great adventure. The future is already calling. This month is your chance to answer. Pisces, July arrives with a gentle but powerful message. Your intuition has been trying to tell you something for weeks. This month, it's time to listen. You are one of the most intuitive signs of the Zodiac. Long before other people notice that something has changed, you can often feel it. Your heart senses what your eyes cannot yet see. During July, that gift becomes stronger than ever. Dreams may become more vivid. Coincidences may happen more often. Unexpected meetings may feel strangely familiar. Don't ignore these moments. Sometimes the universe speaks in whispers before it changes your life. Your first warning is this: stop doubting yourself every time someone disagrees with you. You've spent too much energy seeking approval from people who don't fully understand your journey. July reminds you that your path is unique. Not everyone needs to believe in your dreams. You only need to believe in them yourself. Professionally, this month opens new possibilities. A project you've nearly given up on could suddenly move forward. Someone may recognize your creativity and invite you into a collaboration that has long-term potential. Don't hide your talents. The world cannot appreciate gifts it never gets the chance to see. If you're looking for a new job, don't become discouraged by silence. Sometimes opportunities are being prepared behind the scenes long before they become visible. Stay patient. Your time is coming. Financially, July asks for wisdom rather than emotion. Avoid making expensive purchases simply because you're trying to improve your mood. Happiness cannot be bought. Peace of mind is worth far more than temporary excitement. A surprising financial opportunity may appear near the end of the month. Read every detail carefully before saying yes. Love becomes deeply meaningful during July. If you're in a relationship, emotional honesty becomes your greatest strength. There may be conversations you've postponed because you were afraid of hurting someone's feelings. Speak kindly, but speak truthfully. The strongest relationships are built on honesty, not silence. If you're single, don't be surprised if someone from your past suddenly reaches out. Before opening that door again, ask yourself one important question. Has this person truly changed, or have you simply missed the memories? At the same time, someone completely new may enter your life when you least expect it. This connection won't begin with dramatic fireworks. Instead, it will bring a sense of calm. Sometimes peace is the clearest sign that someone belongs in your life. Family matters also become important. Someone close to you may need emotional support more than practical advice. Your kindness has the power to heal hearts. Never underestimate the value of simply being there for someone. Emotionally, July becomes a month of personal awakening. You'll begin seeing situations from a completely different perspective. People who once seemed important may quietly fade into the background. Meanwhile, Unexpected friendships may become incredibly meaningful. Life has a beautiful way of making room for the people who truly belong. Around the third week of July, pay close attention to your intuition. A dream, conversation, an unexpected coincidence. Any of these could carry an important message. Don't dismiss what your heart immediately recognizes. Health also deserves your attention. Your emotional well-being directly influences your physical energy. Spend time in nature. Get enough sleep. Reduce unnecessary stress whenever possible. Even small moments of peace will have a powerful effect on your overall health. As July reaches its final days, you'll notice something extraordinary. The confusion that surrounded you earlier in the month begins to disappear. Answers arrive naturally. Confidence replaces doubt. You'll finally understand why certain doors had to close. They were making room for better ones. Your final warning for July is this: don't allow fear to convince you that your dreams are too big. Every great achievement once existed only in someone's imagination. Believe in your vision. Trust your intuition. Follow your heart, but don't ignore your wisdom. July is not asking you to become someone new. It's asking you to become the person you were always meant to be. Walk into the future with hope. Walk with courage. And remember, the greatest miracles often begin the moment you decide to believe that they are possible.